Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Y'all already know the count, man. We back again for another In the Car Chronicles. Y'all already know what to do, man. Turn this video up like all the other videos, man. Turn it up, like, share, and subscribe this one, y'all. Let's get it, 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 let's get it. Let's go. But we're gonna call this story right here, man. They stole his whole cell. This is a crazy story, man. I witnessed it, man. Wow. But we on Sussex 2 for this story, man. And I remember being in 3D for this story right here, man. I can remember it was a time where we was on a major lockdown, man. Like, we was already down for like at least a week and a half, man. Like, I'll say at least a week and a half. And around this time, I want to say it was something that had to do with somebody getting hit. Like, that's what I think happened, man. I think somebody got hit, man, in one building. And, you know, usually when something like drastic like that happens, they lock the whole compound down and try to figure everything out. So I can remember being in 3D, man. And for real, like in 3D, like going through a lockdown like that, man, there's only going to be a few chosen ones of people that got stuff that they can, you know, last forever. Because when you go on lockdown like that on a major institution, man, like, they don't care about your commissary. They don't care about when they're going to pass it out. They caring about fixing their problem to get the institutional back under control. That's the only major problem that they're going to be trying to focus on. They're not focusing on if you should eat or not. So that's going to resort down to, if you know somebody that's the store box, you might can't even get to him to even get any items. Around this time right here, the way they was doing the shakedown joint, man, the lockdown joint, is, first of all, they didn't even shake us down yet. They didn't even shake us down yet. So it was nobody. They was letting nobody out. They was letting the police pass the trays out. They wasn't doing anything. They wasn't letting no inmate movement happen, man. The dudes that you think that got the jobs, that be out in the pod passing the food out during these times like this, they wasn't even letting them out, man. So it was no movement going on. So everybody just was stuck in their cells and just was forced to have to eat their food, because we had a week of garbage food that was in the trays, beans, or beefaroni, a bunch of garbage trays. I promise you, through that whole week and a half, I didn't see not one good tray except the scrambled egg tray for breakfast. And for real, that tray wasn't all that, because it came with bread. It ain't like it came with biscuits. So it was like, you know, you had to make the best of everything, man. You had to stretch your noodles. You had to stretch everything. If you didn't have a stinger, you got to know how to, you know what I mean, make your food with that, to make hot water. And when they come for Shakedown, they're going to take that. That's going to be over with. So you're going to be starting all over again. So it's like you back to square one, man. It's like you already know it's coming. So everybody just was in there trying to just hold on, man. You know what I mean? Everybody was in there trying to just keep everything in line. You know what I mean? Around this time right here, I'm in cell 33. And like, you can fish to the dudes next to you. You know what I mean? So we was fishing to the dudes that was in cell 32. We was fishing to them. And they used to buy the Black and Mild dust. Like, I had a bunch of Black and Mild dust. Like, I've been ran like we was already headed to a stretch. So I had been ran out of tobacco, you know what I mean, as far as what I mess with, which is the Black and Mild dust. So after I would freak a whole crate of blacks. Y'all know dudes were freaking blacks back in the day. I would freak a whole crate of blacks, and all the dust will be left over, because, you know, all the dust never goes into the blacks. So, you know, when you do it with one, you always got a little bit. Imagine freaking 10 boxes. Like, you ain't got nothing else to do in prison but freak 10 boxes after you go to commissary. So I would freak 10 boxes. My roommate would freak 10 boxes, and we have tons of dust. And if it gets down to tough times, we didn't mess with the tobacco. You know what I mean? So if it get down to tough times, we would mess with the black dust. You know what I mean? So that's how we used to carry. So we ran out. We had a whole tobacco can full of black dust. You know what I mean? So we rolling it up in the rolling papers, man. That's how me and my roommate was messing with it, man. So like, that's how we was doing. The dude next door, they been ran out of tobacco or what they mess with. So they started sending kites. Was like, oh, bro, help us out. So we started, we used to look out for him, man. Cause I'm telling you, like, back in those days, everybody was messing around. Everybody had a tobacco problem or something. I'm telling y'all, man, like, the whole prison was getting down. So it was like, to be on lockdown and you don't got access to what you usually normally routine used to doing, it'll drive you crazy on the low, man. So like, that's the only thing that happens when you're on a major lockdown, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So we all in the cell, everybody semi-gagging. Everybody kind of semi-gagging. You know what I mean? It's like, you just got to go through this. It's nothing you can do. You just gotta lay it down and just hope they pop these doors one day. So that's all I was doing, man. Like, I take that time to kind of get my mind right. I take that time to kind of write letters out to people to let them know that I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, that's the stuff you do when you're on a major lockdown. So that's what I was doing. I had my CD player. I wasn't in there complaining. You know what I mean? Of course, I ran out of food. I'm looking at my box. My roommate probably got 5, 6 noodles. I probably got 8 noodles. We about to be done. You know what I mean? So, like, we just sitting there like, how we gonna figure this out? There's nothing to figure out. There's nothing we could do, man. You can't even, the store box man that was in the pod, he's not even loaning nothing out. He, like, every dudes he rock with, he was from Richmond. The dudes he rock with, he might send them a noodle. If they can fish it, that's the only thing. But, like, dudes was being super tight because we was on something, a major lockdown, man. So they finally coming in and shake us down. They finally coming in and shake us down, man. They come in there and they tear our joint apart. Now, y'all already know in 3D, we the only part in there, so they didn't have to, you know, go crazy in the building. They didn't shake the segregation building down, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I don't know if they did or not. They probably did shake the whole building down, even the hole, because when we go on the big jump, the whole building gets shook down, even the people in the hole. But this is different. This was because something happened in one building, so I don't know if they excluded them or not. I never asked that question, but I know they came in and they shook our pod down. So we all out there in the chairs and our boxes, everybody out there, everybody asking questions. Hey, when we gonna get our commissary? We were scheduled to get our commissary last Wednesday. When they gonna pass our commissary out? And they telling everybody the same thing. When we finish up with this problem that we got going on in this compound, everybody want to carry the junks. That's what they talking about. So they like, when we can get down to that, then we'll stop passing out commissary. So they'll play hardball with you like this. So everybody trying to get answers and they not giving us nothing for real, man. That's another thing that happens when you're in prison, man. Like, you're not really gonna get the answers you're looking for during a time like this. You hungry. Like, that's something that, you know, we bucking for. Food. We want our commissary. We need that. Because we need everything that we order, man. Like, that's just what it is, man. So we ain't getting no answers. They took us through the shakedown. You know what I mean? After the shakedown, we was like, at least are we gonna get showers? So they was like, look, we about to start giving y'all showers. And you know what I mean? Y'all can get y'all commissary after we finish shaking the compound down next week. So we was like, next week. Now, next week was coming because it was already like Wednesday or something like that. So we was like, man, 2.5 weeks of lockdown is bananas, man. You know what I mean? What could we do, man? At least we get in the showers. So at least we're going to have a little bit of movement because they're going to start letting the people out in our part at least got the jobs to pass trays out now because they already have shook our building down. They shook our pod down. So now the workers can come out. So we chilling, man. Everybody moving around. They let the cell out before me. The cell out before me is cell 32 cell. These two dudes, man, I want to say they was from, I don't know if they weren't from, I don't know. These two dudes, I forgot what part of 804 they was from, man, but they slept beside us too and they was cool. They was in cell 32. But they went to the shower before me and my roommate. So me and my roommate in the cell chilling. We in that joint playing dominoes. We getting ready. We ready, man. Like, when it's time for showers, when you ain't had one in a minute, of course you in the cell bird bathing, doing the best you can. But like, the bird bathing really is not, it does justice, but you need water, hot water hitting your body when you taking a shower and washing up for a lot of good reasons, especially if you're a guy. You make the best of it by taking a bird bath just to put some cleanness a little bit to yourself, man. But it's not working, so everybody's waiting on the shower. They let 32 cell out. Me and my roommate, we definitely happy and getting ready. We like, yes, our time is next. And I was like, yeah. So we sitting there and we playing. We was already playing dominoes. We finishing up our game of dominoes, but we done grabbed our bag and our soap and our boxes and, you know what I mean, our laundry bag. We ready to go. We ready to take a shower because we next. So we getting it ready. We hear somebody say, "Aah." I look. I go to the door and look. I'm like, they coming in here for like that? I look, it's the sergeant and the CO. They come in the joint. They walk. They come straight up the stairs by my cell. They come straight up the steps. They pass 32 cell and they pass 33 cell. Then they hit the corner. Then when they hit the corner, they right there by the showers on the top tier. They came to the joint. They was like shower 3. They was like, these 2 showers right here. I forgot the numbers of the showers. They had numbers on the showers too. They was like, but basically it's 3 showers. So they was talking about the first 2. Not because they couldn't have been talking about this. They got the 3rd shower on the top tier as a handicap, just like it is on the bottom tier. We call it the handicap shower because it's a shower that, you know, they don't have to pull the gate. It's just like a little cowboy door and you can kind of wheel yourself in there and it's a lot of space. It's the biggest shower in the pod and there's 2 of them in the pod, you know what I mean? So I know he wasn't talking about that shower. So he said the first 2 showers, he called the numbers though. He like the first 2 showers. They was like, yeah, they was like, hey, look, when you finish, do me a favor. They was like, what? They was like, man, pack all your stuff up. Pack everything up. Yeah, now y'all want to go like this? Y'all want to make me do my job? Well, you about to be locked down on lockdown because that's where you going at, on lockdown, you and him. So he was like, so he go down, the sergeant dipped And the CO was already by the booth waiting on him. So when the sergeant coming down the steps, the CO was like, he talking to the lady. He was like, they in the same cell. He was like, what? 2 for the price of 1? Yeah, they in the same cell, 2 for the price of 1. Oh, okay, that make it even easier. All right, hurry up and wash off. Hurry up and wash off. We'll pack your stuff up. We'll pack all your stuff up. We got it. We'll pack all your stuff up. Don't worry about a thing. We'll pack all your stuff up. Don't worry about a thing. So I'm sitting on the door like, man, that junk like, I'm like, man, I know these dudes ain't getting knocked off being the number one. The number one. I can't say it no more, y'all. They had me, man. But y'all know what I'm talking about. They was in there slanging. That's what they was doing, man. They was in there knocking the lady toboggan off, man. That's what they was doing. Now, dudes been in the cell for a minute. The 2 dudes who was in 32, they definitely number 1 stunners. The number 1 stunners. They definitely number 1 stunners. But at the end of the day, I never seen them go down for it. You know what I mean? But this time around, it was just they luck, man. So they locked both of them dudes up that slept next door to me. Now, I was upset because they owed me and my roommate $25 list on Commissary for all that black dust that we was sending them when we was fishing. But you win some, you lose some. When I see them again in population, I'll get my bread, man. But like, I still was just like, man, it was wild to see 2 dudes go down, the cellies, to go down for the lady. I was like, that was crazy right there, man. So 32 cell is wide open. 32 cell was wide open. At first, it was another cell open in the pod, but they didn't bring nobody in there the whole time. So the whole time we was on that 1.5, 2-week lockdown, the dude that was in cell 14, he was dolo in the cell. You know what I mean? He didn't get no roommate. They didn't bring nobody in. So now that they done shook us down, and now there's a little bit of movement and all this going on, it's a whole cell open now, and 14 is open. So we already know dudes always get locked up during lockdown. You know what I mean? It's just this what happens, man. It's like when the feds come out with indictments, man. You always gonna see somebody walking out to the van or to the truck with handcuffs, man. That's just how it is in prison. When they do the institutional lock, somebody gonna go down. It always happens in some pod somewhere. Somebody is going down. So this is my word. Now that we got space, we already knew somebody was coming in our junk because they got to make space in the hole. Then that's how I go. So we in the junk chilling. The second day in there. Next thing you know, you hear the door open, the slide open. Whoosh. Ain't nobody hit the police noise. I go to the door and look. I can't really look. It's down from my 33 cell and see the slider yet, but I can see if they come into the pod. So the door open, I hear a cot, then I hear some dudes coming in. So they come in, then I just hear some dudes running up the steps, and I hear dudes, hey, yo, dudes call them, yo, bro. Everybody going up the steps. Then it's another dude. It's a tall, slim, brown-skinned dude. He coming up the steps, and I look from the side of my door. I look, he's coming our direction. So I say, he coming in this cell. So they open up 33. Ying, push. 33 open up. He going 33. So as he going in the cell, me and him make eye contact. I don't know him. I never seen him before. Never ran across him. I don't know nothing. But he come in the joint, and I look. It was a white dude coming in there with him. You know what I mean? So they was getting out the hole. I couldn't see who. It was 3 dudes that came in, but I couldn't see who came in cell 14. So I'm looking like, man, so they done filled up the whole joint. You know what I mean? So everybody in there yelling because I think they know the dude that's in 14. So they yelling to the dude in 14. They ain't yelling to the 2 dudes that came in cell 32. So the 2 dudes that came in cell 32, the tall brown skin dude, he get in the joint and he in there, man. I'm telling you, man, like I promise you, like you can tell off the rip when somebody's hitting the black and mild game. Like it's different from the dust game. Like when I was telling y'all we was rolling up in the paper, it's the same tobacco that you blowing, but because you blowing it with the plastic or whatever, I don't know, but it's a difference. I know the difference. I promise you, man. He came up the steps, man. He went in the cell. They grabbed their stuff out the cot. They started chilling for a minute. They went back in the cell. Lady closed the door. Probably about 30 minutes later, man, I was standing at the door and I just smelt the fresh black and mild. I smelt it. Now, these dudes that they just brought in, of course, they just getting out the hole. They probably was in the hole prior to what the situation was going on such as too. So, of course, when they get out, they get their property. They're going to have things. So, usually, you don't get your property immediately like this. I never seen this. But these dudes was getting out early. It wasn't nighttime or nothing like that. And I guess they was looking at it like, man, they already just came out the hole. They about to go on lockdown from the hole again to another lockdown. Let's at least let them get their property. Because usually you might got to wait till the next day to get your property. But these dudes came in with their property. So the whole time, bro, blowing it. So they hit the tray slot for child. So when they hit the tray slot for lunch, I smell a junk. So I'm like, hey, bro. He was like, yo. I was like, hey, what's up, bro? I was like, man, my name Weezy, man. He was like, man, what's up, man? He was like, shit, we just came here, man. We just got here from Buckingham, man. We went straight. We was in the hole in Buckingham. Shit, we came here, man. He just caught me on my roommate. He was like, it's crazy because this is my roommate. He was saying the white dude is in the cell. He was like, we was roommates on Buckingham. He said they let us out. They said they needed space and they told us we was going to the same cell. I was like, damn, that was like some beautiful luck right there. But I'm like, okay, I was like, yo, bro. I was like, man, look, I was like, well, y'all already know we've been on lockdown. You know what I mean? I was like, bro, what's up? What you got over there, bro? Like, you know what I mean? I go to Commissary, bro. Like, what's up? He was like, for real? He was like, I got some Timbs. Now, this, like, I heard the saying of Tim's before, but Tim's was a saying, like, on Sussex, too. Like, how I be saying the la-la on Lawrenceville. Like, the Tim's was a saying that the dudes were saying when I first came in the system to disguise it over the phone and disguise it in kites. Like, yo, I need some Tim's. And that's basically the sign of the green. You know what I mean? So he like, yo, I got a little bit of Tim's. Yeah, I got a little bit of Tim's. It's already rolled up in J's, though. He was like, I got J's. He was like, look, I don't really know. I'm trying to, you know, I know a couple people in here, and I'm trying to get some trustworthy people, man. I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. So he running it down. Holla at me. So we like, yeah, my roommate was like, man, look, hey, yo, let me get a pack of blows so we go to the store, man. We going to the store next week, man. We neighbors. You know I got you. Dude was like, who was that? I was like, yo, this is my roommate, man. I was like, this Ace, man, my roommate, man. He good, man. He was like, all right, hold on. So the tray slide's open. He can just come like this. And he passed the joint to us through the tray slide. I grabbed a joint. You know what I mean? The man had he sent me 2 single blacks. And then he sent my roommate a pack of Newports. So I'm like, man, it's crazy. So he like, look, I got to sell the Timbs, though, because I, you know what I mean? I got stuff. So he just starts sending us stuff. Of course, we're going to pay him back, though. Like, we still haven't even met face to face. He don't even know who the hell I am or I'm a dip or not. So he hit us off. Pause. He looked out for us. He sent us the blacks, the Newports, some food, everything over there. So we straight. So now the worker come out. I doze off. I done ate the snack. Then hit the block and mile game. That made me sleepy, man. So I done dozed off. I dozed off right before dinner. I wake up to hearing dudes just running around. So I thought we was off. I get up to her, like, we all like, nah, I think the workers out there. Yeah, they made them clean the showers before we get showers. I'm like, well, all right. So I hear the worker. He at the door. He like, all right, so look, what you want for it? All right. So he get the worker running. It's another dude. He running. He bringing them stuff. Like, dudes had stuff, you know what I mean? But if you don't rock with dudes, they ain't gonna be letting them, nobody had tobacco, that's for sure. But it's food, some dudes still had stuff, so dudes bringing them all type of stuff. And he's selling them J's, like I'm telling y'all, the Timbs, you know what I mean? The la-la. So he pumping them joints. So I come to the door, I'm like, hey, bro. I said, man, before you sell all them joints, man, I was like, man, let me buy one of them joints. He was like, all right, bro, just catch me started. I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? He send me a joint, so me and my roommate get stoned. After we ate dinner, we got stoned, man. So, like, that made that day go by fast. So the next day, bro got it jumping again. He got the jump lit. I'm talking about extra lit. People coming to his door. Man, I don't know how many J's he had, man, but I know he's smoking boots in there, man. And then there's dudes in there that's asking for Newports, and he's not letting none of those go. I think he just did that with me and my roommate because we was next door. But like, I hear him saying, dudes would come to the door, like, hey, man, look, man, you ain't got a store box in the pack. If you don't trust them, man, just store box in a couple singles. Like, dudes just trying to get off a couple singles. That's what the shower dude was saying. And the dude that slept next door, he was like, man, we gonna call him Ron. He was like, hey, look, man, me make an announcement. My name Ron. If ain't nobody know me yet, my name Ron. He screaming through the tray slide. He was like, yeah, hey, look, man, I can't supply the part. Y'all know how it go in here, man. I've been doing time just like everybody else. I need my money. And I'm not doing business with nobody I don't know. I don't care how bad you gagging. I just so happen to come out the hole. So don't blame this on me. Don't blame. So he make an announcement. But the whole time I know everybody up there like, I know he looking out for Weezy and Ace. Yeah, he is. He definitely is. He's my next door neighbor. You know the count. So dudes is mad because he didn't let no tobacco products go. But if you had that money for them J's, for them Timbs, he was letting that bread go. That's my word. He was selling them junks and he was getting a lot of stuff. So he smoked boots for like 2-3 days, y'all. This is my word. He smoked boots for like 2-3 days. And then after that, next thing you know, the weekend came around. So I guess everybody was just like, man, if we just got to deal with, you know what I mean, just what it is. So we started looking out for a few people, man. Like, you know what I mean? It was like a couple people, a couple dudes from Richmond, a couple dudes from over Portsmouth. I sent a single. My roommate sent him a single, you know what I mean? A single Newport, stuff like that. Because we was all right. My roommate, he smoked cigarettes and put them up. That's how he smoked cigarettes. So his cigarettes was last. So for real, like, we just had to get through that weekend. So when Sunday rolled around, the CO that worked night shift, he had came around, was like, yo, y'all getting off lockdown on Monday. So we like, man, finally, man, that's what's up, man. Like, you know what I mean? We've been on lockdown forever. He was like, yeah, they cleared it up, locked a bunch of people up, locked a bunch of red team members up in one building. He was like, yeah, y'all coming off Monday though, man. We was like, finally, man. So everybody feeling good. So the Sunday night, everybody feeling great that we about to come off lockdown. Monday roll around. So Monday roll around, I wake up, we still on lockdown. They passing out breakfast trays. I'm like, what's going on here? So the dude that passed the trays out coming out the door, he like, yeah, look, we on modified lock. Y'all about to come out for rec after we pass the trays out though. I was like, for real? Like, yeah. So I'm like, man, I can't wait, man. Like, I already know how it be when you come off this type of lock. Dudes gonna be everywhere in the pod trying to do everything. So they do that. So they come out, they make an announcement. It was like, look, we doing Empire rec, man. She was like, but ain't no outside rec. And you won't be going to lunch. So when it's count time, you're going in and you won't be coming back out until after lunch trays are fed. So we was like, all right, that's cool. So everybody come out. So they pop all the doors. All the doors open up. I finally emerge. Everybody emerged. We come out. We walking. I look. First thing I spot was the dude, Ron. I see him. He was probably about my height, but he was kind of slim. He was a real slim dude, man. He was like a Kevin Durant looking type of Slim Reaper looking type of guy. And he was basically like a real slim dude, man. He didn't look intimidating like his voice sounded. So when he seen me, he was like, oh, Weezy, yeah, what's up, man? What's up? I was like, man, he had a black in his mouth then. He was like, yeah, man, I'm chilling, man. You know what I mean? I look. His roommate, the white dude, was in the joint making him a pizza. They had a stinger and everything. So they was making a pizza. I'm looking at his roommate chop up the sausages and everything. He like, yeah, bro, I'm about to get in this shower. He was like, I don't know nobody in this joint though, man. He said, who from such and such? He called the city out. Who from such and such? I said, there's some dudes in here, man. You know what I mean? There's some dudes in here, man. He was like, yeah, Weezy, man, but look, tell dudes I ain't got no Newports. I ain't letting no Newports go, man. I just got this pod. Weezy, I'll be stupid to do that. I said, man, look, I ain't telling dudes nothing. You hear me? You know what I mean? He was like, all right, that's what's up. So Monday, it was like everybody spotted who he was. They spotted who Ron was. They saw that he wasn't a guy that didn't look intimidating. You know what I mean? So Tuesday roll around. Now it's like everybody kind of like, I forgot what tray they had, but like I told y'all, for the whole 2 weeks, basically, we didn't get no good trays. So I forgot what tray this, I want to say it was a chicken tray or something like that, man. But it was a banging tray that they had did right before we came to getting our commissary. So they passed that tray out, man. Everybody ate that joint, man. People was buying them from people. And then after that, it was like, I know dudes want a Newport. You can smell the Newports in the air. You can tell Ron and his roommate, including me and my roommate, we blowing the Newports in the air. We blowing it down. So everybody want a Newport. So we about to lock down. Because like I told y'all, we was on that we was on that modified lock, which means we come out for rec, but they feed us in the cell. And we got to lock down for all this. So like, everybody, like before everybody locking down, everybody pulling up on me and my roommate, like, Weezy, man, come on, man, smoke a cigarette with me, bro. Come on, we about to go to commissary anyway, bro. Come on, bro. I'm like, man, look, I ain't got no cigarettes. Like my roommate got the cigarette. My roommate was already like, yo, I ain't got nothing else. He clapping, pow. He was popping dudes. That's my word. He wasn't playing around. He ain't had no problem clapping you. So everybody in there feeling some type of way. Next day roll around, canteen day roll around. Man, these people pass out the commissary, man. People passing that stuff out. They passing it out like crazy. Everybody in there just watching. Everybody at the door. We had nothing else to do. Everybody better went to the commissary. If you ain't go to the commissary, you poor as hell. You hear me? Everybody should have went, man. They gave you a couple of chances to get your money on all this long lockdown we was on. So everybody went. This was one of them janks. They had 3 cots in our pod. So they passing the joints out. Everybody on the door watching everybody. You know what I mean? I'm just chilling. Goddamn, doors open. I get my shit. They called me and my roommate. We go down there and get our shit and come back up. The door was still open. I grabbed a little shit I owed him. I gave him a box of blacks for looking out for giving me the 2 singles, because for real, he was looking out every, like on the next day he sent me a single. Bro was playing fist, so I gave him a fresh box. My roommate gave him a pack, you know what I mean, his pack back. Then we gave him the chips back. We gave him everything we owed him. But as I'm standing there watching, man, it's so many dudes. It's the dude that work in that clean the showers, and it's the other dude that do the trays. Then these dudes are coming upstairs, bringing this man so many bags of stuff. My word, I'm looking up. All you see is them making trips back and forth. And he just raking stuff in. I step out one time and I walked out kind of and I looked. The man had so much honey buns and tortilla chips and all type of pickles and stuff laying on the floor. It was pathetic. I said, man, don't scrap. So they hit him. He got right. He came in there with the la-la. And smoke boots. That's what he's supposed to do, man. So I guess he had them 2 dudes running a date on him. You know what I mean? Which was a good power move for the 2 dudes, because I'm pretty sure they got something out the deal. So everybody paying him the bread. So when I look up, I see the dude from Portsmouth. He see me. He like, hey, Weezy, let me holler at you. I'm like, what's up? So I'm standing on top to him. He like, no, come downstairs. So he's sleeping cell too. He like, hey, look. He said, hey, man, you fuck with dude, man. I'm like, who? He was like, the dude that just moved the pod. I'm like, why you asking me that? He was like, man, I'm asking, man, because there's some other people asking. I'm like, who the fuck is the other people asking? I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck what nobody doing here. Nah, nigga was like, I know that. But like they say, goddamn, they know he was fucking with you up there. So like, niggas fuck with you, Weezy. So niggas just trying to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, bro, listen, I'm gonna repeat, bro. I don't care what nobody do though. But what y'all about to do though? I was curious. What y'all about to do? They were like, man, shit. Fuck that shit. Goddamn, about to hit that nigga room. I was like, what? Niggas like, hey, we about to hit that nigga shit. I'm like, what you about to rob that nigga? They was like, nah, I know some niggas that ain't gonna rob him. You know what I mean? They was like, they got that dumb ass lady in the booth. He was like, as soon as they call lunch, niggas gonna get his ass. I'm like, man, go ahead, man. I was like, man, niggas like, he got TV, CD players, roommate got TV, CD player, niggas got food, niggas got tobacco. You know what I mean? Nigga, fuck that, Weezy, man. Nigga don't know that nigga Weezy. I'm like, man, I know that, but like, god damn, y'all go that's fucked up, man. You know what I mean? I was like, at the end of the day, man, I was like, y'all need to go take the shit, man. I was like, that's stealing shit in the way though, bro. Like, y'all niggas were like, man, look, Weezy, goddamn, as we talking, another dude from P-Town pull up. He like, hey, look, this is what I'm saying. He was like, I'm gonna fight him. I'll fight that nigga. He was like, you think I'm scared to fight the nigga? So when he walked up, I knew he was the leader of this heist. You know what I mean? So he walked up, he was like, what you think I'm scared to fight that nigga, Weezy? I was like, no, I ain't say that. But I'm like, y'all should just tell you, like, look, I'm gonna tell the nigga I took his shit after I complete the mission. He said, I'm trying to complete the mission first, nigga. And he kind of, he got smart, but like, when he said that, I kind of just checked myself. And I was like, man, for real though, like, bro played fair. You know what I mean? He played fair when he moved next to me, man. But this is penitentiary, y'all. This is another time and another example of I can't get in the middle of this shit. Like, what you want me to warn this guy that I just met that just gave me a box of blacks that just only because I was next door to him and I was arm reached to him. That's the only reason he gave it up. You know what I mean? Me and him had a couple of conversations. Oh, you want me to be beefing with dudes in a pod that's really trying to eat? Either way, both parties are wrong. And that's why, for that particular reason, I have to stay out of it, man. Like, a lot of reasons, y'all be like, that's messed up, Weezy, man. You should have told him they was about to get him, man. For what? Like, why? Like, man, listen, man. I'm letting y'all know now, man. I'm trying to make it home to my family, man, and be right here on this camera giving y'all these stories. I wouldn't have been able to done that if I was a hero like y'all want me to be, man. I know y'all be wanting me to be a hero in a lot of stories, and y'all be wanting a lot of things because y'all be picturing a lot of situations from experiences that y'all would never experience. So, of course, your advice is going to be, hey, we should have done this. But if you've been through that situation, dudes know the count. So, anyway, I can't tell them, though, man. I can't get in the middle of this shit. You know what I mean? Niggas say they gonna tell him that they took his shit. And once a nigga said that, I can't do nothing but respect it. Now, I don't condone that stealing shit, but if they gonna tell him they took his shit, then so be it, man. Goddamn, so they finally called lunch. I couldn't say shit. I ain't even go back and tell my celly, man. I just was like, this the type of shit that happened in penitentiary, though. Like, these dudes just came from another camp. Don't nobody really know them and fuck with them. Then he shined on niggas when he had the tobacco and didn't let nothing out, which was smart. But at the end of the day, man, like, still, you got real wolves in this shit, man. Niggas is waiting on any opportunity, like I told y'all, man. Niggas is waiting on opportunities to come knocking, and they go in that goddamn door. So they call lunch. So I seen the dude, Ron, and the white dude, man, they get dressed. You know what I mean? They get dressed, they going to child. So we all go to child. I mean, we go to child, everybody walk to child. I don't know how dudes did it, won't asking how it was gonna be done or nothing. Everybody go to child, but usually the child after commissary, like some dudes won't go because it's just been commissary. But like on Sussex, you got to semi-locked down. You can't be staying out in the pod when the pod goes to child. You know what I mean? So like a lot of dudes was going, a lot of dudes wasn't. You know what I mean? So we go to child. We go to child. We in the joint. I forgot what they had, man. We in the joint. We eat. They let us back out. We walking back to the joint. And when I looked, I seen Ron, he was talking to a dude, like he was lollygagging, getting back to our building, getting back to 3D, because he was talking to a dude in the gym gate, and we got to pass the gym to get back to 3D. So he was talking to a dude that was like in the gate, and I don't know if this was a dude that he knew from his city or what, but he was talking to him, and they was having a conversation. Then next thing you know, he was going back to the building. Now I'm going back to the building before Ron. So when I get upstairs and I'm walking towards my cell, I look, I seen his roommate was already at the door, and his roommate kind of like, I read his roommate reaction, because his roommate reaction was like, he walked in and just was like, and as I'm coming up the steps, he looked at me like, and I looked at him. Like, so I come up the steps, and he looking at me, I'm like, what's up? He like, man, all our shit is gone, man. All our shit is gone. I'm like, what? Oh, petty as a bitch. I'm like, what? I went and looked in the cell. I was like, man, this is my word, man. These people took every fucking thing, man. These people took every fucking thing. They took all their commissary. They took both TVs. This was before the big ass TVs too, by the way. We didn't have big ass TVs yet. Man, they took all their fucking food. They took both of their TVs, which was colored TVs. They took the fucking CD players, the adapters, the fucking food, the tobacco that was in their box. Man, they took every fucking thing, man. He said, the white dude said, he said they stole the fucking Irish Spring that was on our sink. They fucking took everything, man. I was like, Ron coming up the steps like, he all happy and shit. He like, yeah. He get to the top. He was like, white dude was like, man, they took everything, man. They stole our whole cell. I was like, man, I would never forget how the white dude said that shit, man. He was like, they took everything. They stole our whole cell. I was like, oh, shit. These niggas took everything. I just see niggas moving around like a normal. Ron go upstairs. He like, he like, he come back out. He was like, man, whoever did that shit, man, y'all niggas pussy. Y'all some pussies, for real. That's my word, y'all some pussies, man. Fuck y'all. My word, dude, reports were like, that nigga went downstairs already strapped up, already had his gym shorts on, the sneakers tied tight game. That nigga was like, man, fuck you, nigga. Yeah, you was trying to shine, we was on lockdown. Yeah, nigga, welcome to Sussex, nigga. Yeah, this ain't Buckingham, nigga. I took your shit, what's up? I took your shit, what's up? Ron was like, you took your shit. Ron got down the steps. That nigga ran down the steps fast as a bitch. Nigga got down the steps. He got down to like the part right here. Dude was like, come in the cell. Soon as dude went to turn around, like act like he was about to go to his cell to fight Ron. Man, Ron ran up behind that nigga and took off on the two-piece game. Po. Dude recovered. Dude turned around. Man, they were rumbling right there. Po. They right there by the steps rumbling. We like, oh shit. Now niggas just trying to get, you know what I mean? Niggas trying to get in a good spot. You know what I mean? Because you know that lady about to start firing. Man, they sitting right there fighting, man. This is my word. They rumbling. Goddamn, the lady see the joint. Man, this was the time where I didn't see the lady knock their head off, man. I guess because she called the backup for so fast. I guess because she called backup and they came so fast. That's the only reason she shot. But she had the joint in her hand. And she come to the joint. By the time she come to the joint, the police running in. So she can't really pop while the police is right there. So the police run in, they grab them. You know what I mean? They had a good little 1 minute fight, decent fight. They grab them up. So they standing right there, man. That's my word, man. Niggas was like, man, goddamn, the dude Ron was like, man, he stole my shit. Man, they stole all my shit. Yeah, they stole my whole commissary. Go look at my cell, 30. Go look at my cell. Everything empty in my damn cell. Man, I ain't got a TV. Check my property list. They took every fucking thing. They took my goddamn photo book. I was like, God damn, these niggas. White dude came back out. White dude was like, he looking like he was just ready to shut the fuck up because he already knew Ron was about to go to the beam. Man, CO was like, they stole y'all. They still in here. Take both of them out. They took both of them out. This word locked down. Locked our dumb ass down. Locked our dumb ass down. We in the cell again. On lockdown, y'all. The only difference is now is we just went to commissary, man. So we got a little justice. So everybody in that joint like, damn. Niggas like, yo, they took everything. So the white dude's still in the cell. So they come in the joint. They start talking to the white dude, man. Police come in the joint. They start talking to the white dude. They holler at the white dude. Man, the white dude just told everything. He told every fucking thing, man. Next thing you know, the white dude's coming out, man, with his shit. The little bit of shit he had left. He didn't have shit left. They took every fucking thing, man. So the people was like, yo, man, they about to shake our pod down again. I promise you, man, they took the white dude out. They never, him and Ron never came back to our pod. And they shook our whole fucking pod down again, man. The only thing that they found that they could retrieve was them TVs. But them CD players was out of there because, like I told y'all, we in 3D. Dudes can stash shit to dudes in the hole. They can't do it with the TV. The TV don't fit through the chuck hole. You know what I mean? So nigga couldn't do it with the TV. So they found the TVs in the trash can. They found the TVs in the trash can, but the CD players was never found. And the food was never retrieved, man. They came in there and shook us down, the same song and dance, but they got nothing, you hear me, except them fucking TVs in the trash can, man. I promise y'all, that was my first time seeing dudes steal every fucking thing. When I say everything, they stole the goddamn soap that was on the sink to wash your hands. Niggas stole everything, man. But you got to be careful coming in penitentiary not knowing how to play chess. Now, it was me that was coming in with that shit. What I would have done, the same thing I done with the Lala, like what he did with the dudes that work in the kitchen and the dudes that pass out the food and clean the showers, I would have let them store box the cigarettes and stuff out. You got to know how to play chess in penitentiary, man, or shit like that can happen, man. Regardless of who you are, how tough you are, niggas gonna try some bullshit if you do shit like the way he was doing, man. Like, he came in, and he looked out for me, and he was selling the J's. Yeah, I guess he called looking out, selling the J's. But nah, dudes need that tobacco too, man. And dudes really felt some type of way about him not pumping them Newports the way he's supposed to. So you got to be careful in penitentiary, or shit like that can happen, man. But that was my first time experiencing somebody steal their whole fucking cell, man. They took the whole cell from them people, man. The white dude was like, everything was gone. He stole our whole cell. That shit was nuts, man. But that's how I go in penitentiary, man. But that was a crazy situation. But that's the end of the damn story. I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Y'all already know the count, man. Like, share, and subscribe this video, man. If you're not on Instagram with me yet, man, come to Instagram and pull up and rock with me, man. If you're not rock with me on Instagram, man, come rock with me on Instagram. I need you over there, man. Staying out the way, Trey, man. Come get with me over there, man. We got content over there too, man. But I love everybody, man. Y'all be safe, man. Catch me this weekend, man, with a weekend banger game. Y'all know the count. Let's get it.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.